For me, the idea of Northwest Passage has been, a childhood dream since I was a little boy and sitting in whatever class it was and hearing the teacher tell stories about explorers crossing the passage and getting frozen in and all of the history up there. And as soon as I heard it, I just started like daydreaming of, the image of the world map and like that channel of water at Northwest Passage. And instantly started dreaming how cool it would be to canoe it.
I grew up, reading all of these tales of Amundsen and Franklin and all of these great explorers who were seeking the passage and seeking the North Pole. And it's a place that's just filled with romance and history for me. The Northwest Passage is a nautical route over the top of Canada. It extends from the Beaufort Sea on the east through an archipelago over the top of Canada and around Alaska. The big advantage of the passage was that it would save you thousands and thousands of miles. You could potentially save months of travel making it through the passage and getting to those, the spice routes and all these Dutch East India trading companies and that sort of thing that were, so important to industry and the economics of Europe in the 18th and 19th centuries. The early 1900s were all about being the first at something in exploration. Going up into the Northwest Passage at that time would be equivalent of going into outer space. You're completely off the map, and it's like a violent, desolate landscape, or at least they saw it that way. They didn't know how to live off the land. They didn't have the respect for the indigenous people that, someone today might have. And some of them did. Amundsen did, and that was why he was successful when others weren't. He made it through the Northwest Passage without losing a single man. There's an allure, I think, for everybody to see something that is, nature's unspoiled beauty. And there truly is that in spades up there. Well, just like all great ideas, it started on a front porch, We were getting ready to start shearing. Matty had just flown down. This was the first year he'd worked for me. Really just the first time we were ever hanging out together. It was only a couple of days in. And we were doing some work around here on the property, and Matty just casually mentioned to me, I've always had this dream going up and doing the Northwest Passage.
It was like lightning struck, and Adam just looked at me with this big greasy grin, and his face was just on fire, his eyes were so wide, he was like, man, let's do it, and just shook it, put his hand out just like that, and we just shook on it right there, and it was like, boom.
And it's as simple as that, it really is.
Neither one of us, I don't think, could have done without the other. Like, yeah, he might have been waiting for the next idea, the next dream to walk along, but I was waiting for someone to do it with, too. Like, I could never do something like that alone. So we were both looking for something, we both found it in each other, and which, combined with this, just a great team. I've never had someone that I can work with and be so close with and just jive. Yeah, it's a great thing. It's from the west in Tuktoyaktuk, all the way over the top of Canada in the Arctic Ocean, 2,000 miles to Baffin Island. It's been done in boats many times, but it's never been done by human-powered craft in one season.
It wasn't until after we decided we were going to do it that we realized that what we wanted to do had never been done before. So it was only a couple of weeks into planning the experience where I said, well, Matty, no one's ever actually rode this thing in one season. And you're like, oh, wow. We could be the first ones to ever do this.